Welcome to Keep Mania Live. That was Rose Lane with Against the Current. That's their brand new song. When they were on the show, they only had one song out. And so it's nice to see that they're continuing to play. They're from Worcester, Massachusetts. Way up and it's not Worcester because it looks like it says Worcester, because we Americans don't know how to pronounce anything. So not Worcestershire sauce or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, Worcester, Massachusetts. So today I have a kind of a long day today, and this is the beginning of it, and I'm very excited for today because there's two shows today, and the other reason I'm excited is because I get to wipe off the map places that I've never done before. I get to I guess add it to the list of places I've done. I don't know. I guess wipe off is the wrong. Anyway, you know what I mean. I've never done a show in Estonia, the country of Estonia, and Ratswell Feast has been on twice. Joona is in Ratswell Feast, and he's joining me as a co-host. Welcome, Joona. It's nice to have you.
Hey.
And Finland is not very far. You said it's about a 2-hour ferry ride from north of Estonia, correct?
Yeah.
So right, okay.
From capital of Tallinn to Helsinki is like 2.5 hours by ferry.
Okay, so it's not very far. And you know these guys. This is Sociasylum, and you guys were just on a big European tour with them, correct?
Yeah, the Sociasylum when I talk about this.
How did that go? Did you guys get along during that tour?
No,
Everybody?
we didn't.
No? Was there a lot of fighting and mosh pits and stuff?
Yeah, awful.
There was actually there was only one show where there was like a crowd killing actually in Stockholm.
A what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Crowd killing.
A crowd killing?
Yeah.
At your show?
I mean, like a beatdown thing. It's not
okay.
Not a Donald Trump rally kind of thing.
Oh yeah. That's all we hear about nowadays. I was like, come on, get over yourself. It's a lot. It's just his ear. He'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, no, it was we got along pretty nice actually. Like considering it's 3 weeks, it's a pretty long time in a small van, but I think we did pretty admirable even. So
now, did you guys know each other before this tour? Had you played? You played?
Yeah. Quite a few. So
yeah.
Been a while.
So it was meant to happen. And did you have this plan for quite a while that, hey, let's go do a big tour together?
We had initially we had a different plan. Initially we were planning with the Danish band, and then at some point the Danish band decided to this band fall apart.
What? Yeah. Really?
And then we had all the schedule, and we decided to do something with Ratswell Feast, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
I get to see Ratswell Feast every night for 3 weeks.
I'm so jealous. I really am. Like when they were on in May, I had Lucas from Sweden on, and he actually went to Stockholm for that show when all of you guys played, and then he told me about it the next night, and I was like, man, don't tell me that. I was like, I want to go. I want to go. But now I want to see Sociasylum too because it's very similar music. I don't like comparing any bands to anybody anyway, but like that had to be a great tour because especially for the fans because it's so similar styles. Is that what you guys? Is that the vibe you got on the tour?
No, because it's because they have more a chaotic and very they play very tight, like in that sense, like every place is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Oh, they're perfectionists. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. In that sense, and it sounds the way like that they are perfectionists because it sounds perfect. Everything's just down the line. For us, we're a bit more fluid with things, I guess.
We're dirty jazz music.
We're a bit dirtier in that sense. So
I have to say, like the funny thing of the tour was for you guys, like all your shows, like you have this really kind of like serious and like professional thing you do on stage, and it's like a it seems like a perfect show and it seems really like well thought out and planned, and you're really serious. Like we're Sociasylum from Tallinn, Estonia, and we're really goofy on stage. We tell jokes in between songs, and Ruben is. Ruben played one show with just his underwear on, like Speedo type underwear,
and nobody got this on film. No, I'm kidding.
I think we had some pictures of that. Yeah, but we were like really, goofy. We do like goofy stuff, and then you have this like super like professional and admirable stuff. Like I could never be that serious and like keep up that kind of thing on a live show. And so it seems like really kind of like really well thought out. So it's like a big difference between like, like when you guys come on, it's like, oh, like the jokes are like over now. Now it's like an actual music show and not like
Let's
not
get
like
down to
a bunch
business.
of goofy Finnish guys like, hello,
Dance.
we are Roger McFist from Finland.
Well, yeah, but you guys say your playing style is, for lack of a better term, sloppier than them. So you guys put the professional persona on when you speak, and you're down to business. But your playing style is different. But when they play, they're just goofballs. But they're real tight when they play.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Yeah,
we could say
That kind of works out then. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like we are. It's just a great way to release your anger, and
Yeah.
like, especially if you're like 6-7 hours every day on the road, just simply on the road. Then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you're just goofing around before the show, but then you go on, and then you're like, like you can really let everything go, and even if you're super tired before the show, it'll give you energy back, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm good now, like I'm chill. It's all right.
I've always wondered that. I talk to bands a lot about when they tour. I just saw a band that's actually it's like a 2-month tour they're doing throughout the United States and Canada, and then I saw them on their 5th day, but they're not going to be back home until mid-August. But with 2 days off in that entire span, how is that for I guess in your all's experience, especially this last tour, with that energy? You got to go to every city with the same energy that you did the previous night, right? And you got to be in that same element and do your it's your job for that 15 days, I guess, right? How do you get do you have like does the band kind of get together right before you go on and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, go, or go team or something like that? I mean, is there any kind of a thing that you kind of to get your minds right for each show?
We used to do like the cliche thing where you're like hug each other. It's like 1, 2, 3, whatever. But
It's a good way of
That's
putting it.
exactly how it looked like.
most likely it's goofy. But I don't know. We eventually stopped doing it. It's just like, I don't know. For me, it's a switch goes off and that's it. Doesn't matter how tired I am, how many days I haven't washed myself. Once the switch goes off, I'm a different person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very like that. It's kind of like we sometimes do like a fist bump or something before but it's like that doesn't really matter anymore because we know that we're gonna be like one entity on stage. So it like doesn't matter. We're all on the same page when it comes to playing the live. Before
Yeah.
the live, doesn't matter. You can be literally coming from a dump 2 minutes before, and and then you just step on stage and you just you go, and then it's like just something organically goes really, really vile inside you, and then you just need to release it out into
And
the
plus
world.
the crowd probably gives you that energy also. They're ready to hear it.
Yeah, you're looking at them. You piece of shit. Like, what the fuck are you looking at? No. It's like it's better than this way. It's like, where's the crowd? You start playing.
Yeah.
No one has come inside yet, or they left already, or whatever.
Do you guys party pretty hard on tour, or do you kind of do you drink more than you usually do?
We used to do that more on previous tours. I guess our age is showing off already.
Yeah.
But of course, like for 3 weeks to be on tour and smashed every day, it will make it a lot more harder and more difficult.
It might be your last tour if you do that, right?
Yeah, could be. I mean, we already crashed one car on the 2018 tour.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2018?
Yeah.
So don't want to crush any cars anymore.
Yeah.
And
No, it's just after a long drive and some asshole sneaking right next to us, and it wasn't a car crash. It was just like a bump, and then it was like both wheels met, and both wheels made like the other car incapacitated. So it was like,
oh jeez,
it was such a like goofy ass incident.
Yeah.
If it would be just like a fender bender, would have been fine. But it was just like two like tires that bonk.
Oh man,
So
but
pointless.
it made 2 cars undrivable. So.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Jeez. Was that like the middle of the tour? Like,
That was
No,
the end.
that's good, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, but we were 1 kilometer away. We had like 600 kilometers behind us that day,
Yeah,
and 1 kilometer away from this festival that we wanted to play, and we couldn't.
I got 2.
Oh, you didn't walk? I would have walked there. I would have been like, you know what? Let's go.
We had to deal with the cops and the other car.
Yeah.
Cops
And
are
I had
dumb.
to go on a plane. So
Yeah.
they didn't really speak any other language than their local language, so it was a bit difficult.
Spoke German
Oh
and
man.
Czech.
Yeah, didn't really much use with the German there. for
But
us.
thankfully, there's Google Translate that helped us out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was hella good.
Now, if it wasn't for that, though, it would have been difficult, right?
Yeah, I know. Like,
There
I
was this-
did this.
You can't even
Yeah,
write
that-
anything down. You know, you can't write down because I mean they can. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
This sucks, and they're like, yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, put your signature here." I'm like, "Sorry, where? Why?" And then I go to jail. I don't know.
I'm always intrigued. I'm always intrigued that in excuse me, in other countries, English is pretty much, I guess, forced. You're pretty much forced to learn English, which is strange, because we're not forced to learn any. I don't know any other languages. I took French in high school, but I don't. I could say oui because I know that means yes. That's it. And no because it's no. You know what I mean? Like I know a little bit of it, but not. I couldn't sit and have a conversation. But you guys have to, you already, you have to kind of learn your language, your native language, and the rules of writing it and everything, just like we do with English. But you have to learn a whole other language as well, and how that is done. How many
It's
languages?
actually
Okay.
three languages at school. You have to learn mother tongue, actually, Russian, English. Oh, actually, up to 4, and then you can get to choose another language. It could be
At that point, you don't want to choose any more languages. Like,
it could be Spanish. It could be French. What are German?
Yeah,
The
if
most
you, like,
popular options.
essentially, if you already know like English, Russian, and maybe learn Spanish, then you're pretty much good around the world. You're okay.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's like anywhere in the world you could be.
I
and
mean, maybe
someone
is it just
who would
that
speak some-
English is the most spoken language? I don't know. I don't know that.
No, that's called the colonialism. I think you mispronounced the colonialism.
Sorry.
That's that one.
It
That's
wasn't
how
me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It was me. No, but it's kind of like, and it's one of the most easier languages to learn. So it's like,
Is it really? Is it the easiest? you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's in the
yeah.
sense that you hear it everywhere, and you kind of like everybody in any European country has heard English for most of their childhood. Anyways.
Plus all of Great Britain, and they
Yeah,
also,
and I think in Estonia too, nobody dubs anything. Kids shows maybe, but like
no.
everything is like in English. You hear TV in English, and you hear everything in English. So
so you have to. I mean, if you want to live, you have to know English, right? Like if you want to
But I mean,
understand
there's
things in life.
subtitles in Estonian anyway.
oh yeah, we have
Yeah.
to.
I think you can do that on Zoom. Actually, I know you can do it on. You guys have it going on your side? I don't know if it.
No.
Okay.
There's,
I'm pretty sure you can. They've added a lot of things since I've started using Zoom, but where you can even get like AI translators, like to where we could talk. Say you didn't speak English at all, I could talk to you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
AIs are taking over.
that would be cool to try out though.
You guys,
That would
you guys,
probably sound
you guys have an AI girlfriend yet?
No.
I
See
have
those
a
ads
wife.
everywhere.
Yeah,
I've thought about it. I mean, they're not going to bitch. You can pretty much tell them how to act. Listen here, lady. And if you don't like her, you just get rid of her. Just make a new one. On to the next one.
It's like auto generate. Like, all right, boost stamina, boost agility, lower some other stats.
Bigger boobs, bigger ass. Things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Options are endless, I think. Well, let's talk a little bit about you guys, about your music and stuff, and tell us a little bit about how Sociasylum became a band. Did you guys know each other like for years? Did you grow up together? Tell us a little bit about you guys.
Well, actually, from the initial start of all the things at Sociasylum, the only member left is Henry, so he can.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Well, we started essentially it was like 3 guys together. And the first 2 rehearsals I wasn't even there. And then they wrote me and they was like, hey, I would switch from the drums to the guitar, and would you mind playing drums? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then we just played some fast punk stuff. It's like fastcore, or like not quite power violence, but just like faster punk. And we played like a whole bunch of shows for like a year. Then we didn't play for a year almost, and then got back together. Then we started we got another guitarist, and then we recorded our first EP, which is out like self-titled. And then from there, like a lot of there like a lot of people weren't really too much invested in the project and all that, and I was like, their other original guys had kind of left there as well because they were like, oh, I kind of want to make a life changing decisions and stuff, so not much room for band stuff. And I was like, well, okay then. And I thought, like, what would be like the point of continuing if there's like I'm the only one left,
Right. Yeah.
essentially. And like some guys were still like into doing it, but not really. And then again, when we got like a bass player like Davi, who's in the other room right now. He's a bit shy. It's okay.
We'll get him on later.
We'll get him on later. And then like he joined at some point, and then I was like, well, I still have like him, if like he would seem to be down. And then I asked Edward at one point, and Edward was like, yeah, I've been waiting for you like for 2 years that you would ask me into the band. And I was like, oh,
about time. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, about time, asshole. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then we had like a new vocalist as well, and then we recorded our second album, and it was a very fun time. Like for a few years, we like toured quite a lot and like had a good time. And then the touring got a bit much for our singer, and then
he moved to France. So.
Yeah, and he moved to France as well, right during Corona, so that was hilarious.
Oh, jeez.
Sucks for him. So, and then then we got like another vocalist, and he'd been like very interested in trying out as well, and he's a very good vocalist and a pretty great front man as well. So now it's like every piece has come together like over the years, but it's been like a bunch of just trying to mix and match and trying to find who's like really down with us. If we have like bigger plans or want to record more, play more, do more, it's kind of about that. And now we finally, we're pretty good in that department. Everyone's kind of motivated more, and it's pretty nice.
Are you satisfied with this lineup since you're the original?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like there's been great times with all
no
of
changes
the
you
lineup.
want to make?
Yeah. This
would be a good platform for that if you want to discuss anything about the band.
Like, okay, you're fired. You're fired.
Start fighting with everyone here. And,
I'm taking my songs.
No, but it's really nice right now. So I'm happy in that sense.
That's good. Yeah, it is tough finding finding people with your vision, of what you want to do, and your style. You don't want to change your style. You're used to what you do, and you don't want to change it too much, but you're open to things. I mean, yeah, it's what every band goes through, I think. It's what kind of our band's kind of going through the same thing. Just like where's our sound at? We have it, but like we don't think it's there yet. We don't even have a drummer, so
drummers are difficult to find.
They are. They really are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, our the guy that plays guitar with us, he plays drums also, and he played drums on our show, but he's more comfortable on guitar. So it's like, well, that's good and all, but we already have a guitar player, and we need a drummer bad. So I don't know, but it is what it is. We'll get it.
That's the classic.
We'll get it, and then we'll come to Europe and do a European tour with you guys, both of you.
Yeah, that's a meme of every single drummer plays in like 8 different projects because there's no drummers anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And there's like a guitarist, and there's like 5 guitarists looking for a band, and they have to switch to drums.
Yeah, just to get a gig.
Yeah.
Or like guess how many bands Henry had at the peak of playing in multiple bands?
7.
Well, it was like 5, but I played live for 1 more, so it was like maybe you could say like 6 essentially.
Of course.
Yeah.
So very close, actually, very close.
That's crazy.
No, it was terrible. Yeah, fuck that.
It's terrible.
No, it's like,
Absolutely terrible.
Right now, there's like 3 kind of.
Well, I mean, if anything, you would get confused. You would get confused, like maybe start play like you're on stage and you're playing something from the other band that you're in. And all the guys are like, "What are you doing?" Like because you're playing something.
No. that would have been terrible. No, but no. Luckily, no.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's go ahead and play Crossroads. That way, people at home can kind of know what we're talking about with your music and stuff. What's this song about? What's the idea behind this track?
Yeah, so the song was written essentially from my point of view and also the point of view of the previous singer about how we were down and depressed at that point, and it's just a metaphoric description of being depressed, and because we're not about positive mental attitude. There's no solution. It's just shit from beginning to end. Not song wise,
Yeah, yeah.
but song itself is like a little bit inspired by, I don't know, I guess a mix of Code Orange with US death metal band Revocation. Somehow they influenced me when I was putting the song together with the rest of the guys.
Nice. I like some Code Orange. I've seen Code Orange one time, and I wasn't terrified, but I was like, "What is this?" You know. But it was good. It's good shit. I liked it. Here is Crossroads by Sociasylum. You get ready to get like melted, and you know it's gonna wake me up for sure. You know, since I just woke up. But yeah, check it out. It's badass. That music is just fun. It's just fun. Like, I mean, I could, you know, while I'm like pushing people and stuff, you know, like, I mean, not really. I mean, I don't dance pretty good, obviously, but you know, the same thing I would do with Rat's Feast's music, just kind of, you know, like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's very good. It's very it's got a brutal feeling, but it's got a fun feeling, like a let's get together and party feeling.
Yeah, I mean, initially I thought that the song was too weird or too different. Somehow we decided to include it, and somehow people listen to it the most on Spotify.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Some people even plagiarized.
Oh yeah.
What is it? What happened? What did Rat's Feast do?
No, we didn't. No.
Liars.
Let's not talk about that.
We found out that someone had like taken our entire like Crossroads album.
What?
And then made it like 0.75 tempo wise. Like it would, you know, listen to it on YouTube, but it would sound like, you know, put it on 0.75
to slow down.
And so it would like slow down version. And they like changed the names of the songs slightly.
Oh.
And then they just put it on Spotify. It had like 6 times more listens than any of our songs.
What?
But the sketchiest thing was it was like all the songs had like about the same amount of listens, and that never happens. Like people start to listen to the album and they'll be like, "This fucking sucks," and then they just move on. But like somehow it had 28,000 per song, and then we were like, "Yo,
Yeah.
We were like, yo, what the fuck?
Did you
pretty funny.
get it down already, or is there like
Yeah. I wrote to Spotify, reported these songs for copyright infringement, and they took it down, and now it's removed from everywhere. So it was also on YouTube or on Amazon, wherever else people stream
All
their stuff
taken,
from.
Tidal, iTunes, Apple
But
Music.
the funniest thing is how we found it is a friend of ours was listening to Rats Will Feast. And then, well, I mean, once you listen an album to the end, it will gonna
Yeah.
give you like recommended songs.
Right, yeah. Mhm.
And he was like, "Wait, this sounds
Familiar.
familiar, but something is off." Then he looked on his screen. It's like, what is this artwork? Wait, this is Sociasylum. What the fuck?
Did it say Sociasylum or was
No,
it
it didn't. It was Malcolm, whatever.
Malcolm.
Michael Dumbass, right?
But eventually, I found out that the distributor was Repost Network Incorporated, and they have like a very low rating on Google, and a lot of issues with copyrights and stealing music.
Wait,
Yeah,
what was the name? What was the name? Repost.
Repost Network
Yeah,
Incorporated.
it's literally repost.
That's not even
shit.
creative.
Other
Yeah,
people do.
yeah, repost. Yeah, like that,
Yeah,
there you have it right there.
That's
Yeah,
like
Malcolm
the-
Dumbass.
that's-
That's what we're gonna
Yeah,
call
that's
him.
like TikTok slowed down and reverb version of your album now.
So it's probably just some dude just doing that, trying to get an extra buck or something.
Yeah.
You
Be
think?
like
Yeah.
farming like views, like listens.
Sheesh.
Yeah, wish we could also get a buck.
Well, the real stuff's up there now, so that's where that's where it happens.
Yeah, it's like the primo quality, 100%. Like that's the original. No cuts.
Now, when you guys do you guys record a lot of people record DIY here, like well, I guess everywhere. Do you guys go to a studio or do you do it at home and produce it yourself?
We go with like Rick Rubin, regular easy laid back. No, we do like our own demos
Hey, Rick Rubin.
beforehand, and then we usually go to a studio, or we have someone mix it in a studio. Like it
Yeah.
depends. Like we did our EP, we recorded it ourselves, and then let it be mixed by someone else. But this time, I think we're gonna go to a studio. It's just because it's much more fun to go somewhere and like take the time off and just completely focus on the music. Otherwise, if you do it like in our home studio, it's kind of like, well, I'm just gonna go home after this, and that's it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
come back in the morning. It's not the same kind of feeling.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, you do get more like, I guess, free reign of changing things on your own accord, without having to go somewhere. I guess that would be a good bonus of doing it yourself. But yeah, actually going to I've never done gone to an actual physical studio and recorded. We've always done it here, but it's a lot of money for one thing, but it's worth it. In quality at the end.
Plus, I mean, like after sitting on your own songs for quite a long time, you will lose the perspective of.
Listening to it over and over
Yeah.
and over and I hate that. Yeah.
So it would be so good to like get a second opinion from
Yeah.
the side.
Someone saying,
Sure,
like,
yeah.
don't play it like this, it sucks. It's like, oh, great, I'll play it different.
Yeah.
No, don't play it at all. It sucks. It's like, oh, great.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to have that too. I mean, as our vocalist, I'd like to be able to layer some. I don't scream ever. I sing. So like, I'd like to have it layered, and we just never do that. I don't really know how to do it. Like harmonizing myself, I could probably do that, but that would be a bonus to going to the studio. Have worked with somebody to do that, but I don't know how that shit works. I'm just a podcast guy, or something.
I mean, you could do a lot of things with an SM7B.
That is the SM7B.
Yes, I do record with this mic, friend. Yes, it's expensive, but it's well worth it. Well worth it.
I'm gonna go tomorrow to a Jacob Collier show.
Oh shit!
Actually working there, yeah. And that guy he's just like sitting at home and like plays his piano or something, and he just layers vocals on vocals and vocals. Just be like, okay, I'm gonna do like a woo, and then it'll be like, it just goes like six, 7 different layers of vocals, and then you listen to his music, and it's just pitch perfection. That's what goes on.
Yeah, he's insane. He's like certifiably insane with his
I was like,
tonal
because
music.
he's playing in like a different city, and I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks. And then I got called, like got a call and was like, hey, do you mind coming to work the show? And I was like, no, I really don't mind. I really don't.
Yeah. Where is he playing?
In Tartu, like on the song festival grounds there,
Oh, okay.
open air show. So the weather is nice, so it's gonna be fine.
Is it like the summer season over in your all's region of the world right now? Would it be summer?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
summer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
it's really hot outside.
So it does get warm. Like I was, I look a lot on Google Earth of things, and I try to learn about other parts of the world, especially, and I just, everything's in Celsius. We do Fahrenheit here. I don't know why, but I still don't know the conversion or anything. But so like, it's been in the 90s here, like Fahrenheit. So I don't know what that would be. You're up for your all.
I think that was like a
Wait, what is the at which Fahrenheit the water freezes?
32.
32.
okay. So the difference is 32 then, because it's for us. It's
Yeah, but
zero.
it's a different scale too.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
It's been in the 90 to like the mid 90s for the last few weeks, and we haven't had any
Well,
rain.
that's
It's been
super.
like
That's
a
like
freaking
plus,
desert.
that's like plus 30 in Celsius. So it's like
Does it get that warm there?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
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 1 day per year, maybe.
No, it can get pretty hot, but mostly it's around like 25. Like
so
20,
that's
22
around
to 25.
75, 80 in Fahrenheit.
Gotcha.
I'm checking
cool.
right now because I can't.
There you
do
go.
it
Yeah,
right
yeah. I should have like charts here that so I can do conversions of different things in front of me. But yeah, it's been very dry, but we finally got some rain yesterday. But so when in the wintertime, does it get like significantly cold? Because it's more than like the northern hemisphere, or I don't know what they call it over there, but like here they would be. I don't know.
Joona, let us know.
Yeah. You're
You're the
guy.
weatherman now.
Yeah.
Oh, like what's the
Yeah,
weather
what's
like?
the climate like? What's the climate like throughout the year?
Fahrenheit.
But in Tallinn it doesn't get that cold in the winter, right?
Not anymore. I don't.
Well, it can be up to
'Cause
like
it's,
minus
it's
20.
on the coast and
minus
that
20.
affects, but like definitely like in the minus in Fahrenheit. So like minus 17 Celsius, is that's 0 Fahrenheit. So like maybe as cold as that, but yeah.
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 Because I know like northern Finland, because I've done a couple bands up in like northern Finland, and it gets downright cold there because it's
It's different. Yeah, but I think the coastal cities are a bit warmer and also like colder in the summer anyways. But yeah, that
So
Tallinn doesn't get like as cold, but you have like snow there on the winter anyways too.
We do have snow. Wait, I'm gonna tell you in a moment. Okay.
just Google it. Everybody Google it at once.
Yeah, we are definitely living in Estonia.
Okay, so it
Yes.
Yeah, I promise.
can get around like minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit, around that
All
in
right.
Tallinn. That's like the usual how cold it gets, but usually it's kind of like plus 15 maybe Fahrenheit or something like that. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not too bad, and if it's snowing, it's really nice. But the worst is like if it gets to the like it isn't maybe too cold, like in the minus, so it isn't freezing. But the problem is it's really fucking dark and it's rainy, and then it's like really bad. Then it's super depressive. But if it's snowing and it's like in the minus, that's fine. I'd rather enjoy that than some ass weather like for 6 months.
The older I get, the more I hate snow. So
Yeah.
as soon as I have an opportunity, I will move somewhere south for winter. Like Italy is fine.
It's gonna move to Latvia.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
Consta's
100 kilometers
in the chat. Consta's in the chat on YouTube, and
Consta's-
he's got a good question. It's for me though, but it's funny, and I've never thought of this. But he said, Scott, does your mohawk end to the headphones, or does it continue after the headphones? And I think what he's saying is, are they
like, go, like,
permanently
back
on here? And do I have to sleep with them
All
on?
the way.
They it's kind of funny because like let me see if I can turn to this. Can I turn to the side? They're actually okay. So the mohawk goes all the way back, obviously, and the headphones rest. There's a special cradle for the headphones to rest in on the mohawk, so it doesn't completely flatten it in the back. So when I take them off, it just goes and comes right back up. But no, are they permanently
You're ready.
attached? No, they're not permanently attached. They will be when I get the money for the surgery, I will have him attached permanently. He's constantly hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
I want to talk about these landmarks because I just pulled them up here and I found a few here that I have some questions about in Estonia, and mainly is it Tallinn or Tallinn? Is that how you say it?
Tallinn.
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 But
Tallinn.
it's
Okay.
to say Tallinn. Yeah, Tallinn is fine. Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's not it. That was a picture of that was a statue of a cow sitting on a bench, but we'll get back to that one.
Which landmark is that?
Well, I guess we'll go to it now. Yeah, because I am intrigued with this. Okay, it's the Tallinn Black Angus sculpture. I'm pulling it up here.
The what?
It's outside of a steakhouse somewhere in town, and it's a bench, but it's a sculpture of a cow sitting on a bench with its legs crossed like this, a cow.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one. That's in the old town. Yeah.
You
It's
should
just
get your picture taken there and send it to me.
Yeah.
It's in front of a restaurant.
Yeah, it's very.
It's such a common part of the background that
You don't really notice
think
that.
we even
Yeah,
noticed.
so that's what I'm looking for, like stuff like that. So, like, is there something you can think of that I couldn't find, like on Google or anything? Like, that's what I'm really looking for. Yeah, that. Yeah, it's
Fucking move.
yeah. It's got the gut going on everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the udders. The udders.
There's
cool.
some really nice meteor
Greater.
craters, meteor rocks, I guess, or like huge randrocknod.
Yeah, huge boulders that came from the glaciers.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
that's
day.
cool.
Back
Yeah.
in the day when it was cool.
Just like
I have my
right
favorite-
around the town.
No, usually in the forests or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
seasides.
Yeah.
I have my own
That's cool.
favorite boulder in the forest.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Does anybody else
time
know about it other than us?
visits, yeah, I showed them the boulder.
There was
game had
something really. There was something. I'm trying to find it here. There's something really cool that I found that appropriately has to do with music, and it's called Chromatico. And it's in like where the yeah. Are you guys really from there? No.
No,
It's
Russia.
you'll know it if I'd say that it's like the festival grounds somewhere, like there's a festival that happens.
Yes, yeah, this is the sound festival grounds, I guess. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
that-
the Song Festival grounds or whatever. I can't pronounce the area.
Oh,
LA.
you mean the
No, it's here. Hang on, I'll pull the picture up here.
kind
It's,
of looks like this from the side.
I don't know. Let me see.
It's like this
Uh,
big white roof.
Yeah,
type.
like that.
yeah.
Is that where? Is it where? Yeah, that's Chromatico. It's like a This is what it looks like on the side.
Oh,
but I
it's
guess-
another one. Yeah, it's a different thing. Yeah.
It makes different octaves sounds. I don't know whether you bang on it or it doesn't even say how to do it, but like
I
it
think
just says.
air blows through it, or wind blows
Ah.
through it, maybe.
But it's
then-
got the I guess
Possible.
markings on it to tell you what tone it is, like what
well,
note
I
it is.
think seems like I need to check it out.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, like you might want to do like a recording there of something, with your music. If that's, but you gotta wait till it's windy to do that, I guess, right?
So yeah, no, it actually just resonates. It resonates differently. So you can make like a clap inside there, or like
Oh, and okay. So you probably like
have, a,
whistle,
na-
maybe.
have a
too.
nasty fart inside, and it'll just do a whistle.
The man has
Yeah.
ideas. Yes, I didn't even think of that. Can you imagine?
Yeah, we could just
Imagine the
completely
chances.
ruin
I mean,
it.
that's
Ruin
so
it.
many things you can do with that. Okay, now there's a statue in mid. Well, I don't know where it looks like it's in the middle of town, but they all look like they're in the middle of town. It's called Lucky Chimney Sweeper. You know anything about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you rub its buttons and it's supposed to be good luck.
Rub its buttocks.
No,
No,
it's buttons.
I know.
Or-
Yeah,
I
his
mean, you
buttons
could
are
do
all-
that, I guess. I mean, in New
Yeah,
York,
I could do
in New
both.
York, there's a statue, and there's people rub his guy's penis for good luck or something. On the
Yeah.
statue.
Yeah, there you go.
So I get,
You can get all the bacteria,
but yeah, it's lucky chimney sweeper. This guy,
Yeah, Korstnabühkija. Yeah.
I don't know what.
He's right next to
Yeah, that thing.
the main place where you used to get punched in the face in the middle of the night because people were
what?
super drunk. aggressive.
Oh,
But nowadays, much more calm.
Yeah,
Much more tourists.
there's a few bars and nightclubs next to
Yeah.
it. So.
Like really rowdy ones.
there's actually so okay. This statue's pretty neat. There's actually you probably can't see that, but there's another picture on here that shows like his footsteps
Oh yeah,
leading up to the statue. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We don't have anything cool like that around in the United States. I mean, we do, but like not like that. That's you know.
I mean, when in the beginning asked us for about landmarks, we couldn't really think of anything.
Now you got a whole bunch, right?
Yeah, as soon as you were pulling things up, it's like, oh yeah, it's always been there. You just like
You just don't. You just
Don't-
because it's a
Yeah.
daily thing. You just don't think of it as weird.
I more consider the entirety of the old town. Like that's a landmark in that sense that like it's just massive, and it's like whichever side you look upon it, it's just like.
I did read a lot about that. Yeah, a lot about the Constance says genius. Thank you to my answer. My mohawk. But yeah, I did read a lot about the old town, how it's just there's just so much to look at, and I wanted to look at other things also while I was on there. So I'll go back and read about that stuff.
yeah, you can definitely check the Danish King's Garden and look for monk sculptures.
They look
Okay.
pretty metal. Look pretty
They're pretty metal, like
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Or
Do
like Heroes 3 of Might and Magic. They also,
Also check that out. That's a pretty solid.
also check that out.
Did you know in Helsinki there's a big statue of like a kid pissing? Did you know that?
Yeah.
that's the first.
Yeah,
thing
when you
I think.
actually when you come out of the ferry to the harbor, I think that's what you usually see. It's
Yeah.
really creepy.
And you probably walk by it people walk by it all the time, don't think anything, but that's hilarious, I mean that.
No, it's pretty creepy every single time. Yeah, it's kind of like why?
That's hilarious.
maybe the locals there, like who live next to it, are like like it's just a kid pissing, but it is a really.
They
and
just
it's
go
like
shower.
But I looked at. I actually Googled that when I first. I was talking to a band. It was my favorite Nemesis when they were on from Helsinki. We were talking about it also on that show, but I actually Googled it, and there's a bunch of different statues like that around the world of a kid pissing. Like, what is it about this child that he got so famous by peeing in the street? I mean, it's a great idea for a fountain. I mean, you would think. I would.
Would
go
be
there.
like weirder if it was like a fat old man pissing. I think that would be like worse than
Or an entire family of
yeah, everybody's pissing.
The
And
girls have
everybody's
to
old.
squat. The girls have to squat though. They can't stand up, or they could, I guess. These
They're
days,
called-
they
They're
could.
called the aristocrats.
The aristocrats. There is a okay. One more thing, and that one more thing, then we'll move on. Maybe. I didn't really look this one up, but the word is Glehn, and it's that name, and then park. It's a forest park outside of Tallinn, full of architectural and artistic curiosities. It looks kind of cool. I didn't really look at it yet, but
What was
You know
it?
about-
GLH?
hang on, let me get back. Glehn.
Laney. Oh
I
yeah,
would just say
Laney.
Glenn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Glenn?
Yeah. It's
Glen Park?
it's in the more like calmer district of the city. It's where there's
Awesome.
a lot of separate housing and stuff.
Like shit like
And,
that.
Yeah. It's really cool. Yeah, it has like an old mansion there, and right next to it is just a bunch of cool sculptures and architecture. It's pretty nice. People go running there a lot, and
It
no one
looks kind
gets
of
mugged.
creepy at the same time. Like,
No one gets mugged there or like assaulted or anything.
is there a lot of
Luckily,
crime in Estonia? It sounds like there's a lot of crime. People getting beat up, and I guess that
No, no.
No,
crime is everywhere. Crime is everywhere,
That's
right?
what I mean. Like in that park, it would be like a perfect place for ambushing people, but I don't think much of that happens, or it
Yeah.
just doesn't.
So somebody's missed opportunities, right?
Yeah. So everyone
Um,
watching this, don't start doing that. Now that I said it, stop. Don't get any ideas.
Okay,
Yeah, this is an
I
idea for a
lied.
new
I
small
lied. There's one
business,
more
yeah.
thing. I lied. There's one more thing. The famous rock of Tondi.
Tondi.
Tondi. Tondi.
Yeah.
going to give you.
That's
yeah.
That's not too far from where I
It's a
live.
it's a big rock, right?
It's just it's one of those boulders that Edward was talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many boulders does this guy have? Let's see. What?
Fuck ton of
What?
boulders.
I guess I could read about it, but do you guys know why it's famous? Why is it a famous rock?
Because it's big.
Gotcha.
That's it.
All right, cool. I don't have
That's
to read about it
about
now. I don't have to read about it now. Thank you for sparing me that.
Yeah. But no, they're pretty cool to look at. It's just like thinking about like how they got to this point. It's not
Yeah.
they haven't always been there. They came through the glaciers
Mhm.
20,000 more years ago.
Yeah.
Just like somehow like and then they like landed there. No one's gonna move that rock. Well, you can nowadays, but
Well,
not
one
that-
thing about
not that-
Estonia that the only way I know anything at all that Estonia is even a country. I'm sorry, but
It's,
is from. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Encino Man.
Of course, it was Brendan
he was from
Fraser was a
Yeah,
caveman.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The caveman was from Estonia.
Mhm.
And
That's
then
the only
fucking
thing I knew
Paul-
about it growing up.
And fucking Paulie, what's his face was like, "Hey, this is from Estonia," and I
Pauly
was like,
Shore. Yep.
"Pauly Shore, you motherfucker, shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
We got
that's when I
Pete.
first learned of Estonia was from that movie.
No, there you go. Well,
But
maybe
now
Pauly
now
Shore
I
was a
now
good
I'm
guy.
talking to guys in Estonia in a badass band, you know. So
There you go. Shout out to Brendan Fraser.
no, he sucks. I don't like him at all.
I don't know. Pauly Shore sucks.
Pauly, no, well, Pauly Shore. Well, I don't know. I don't know in the comparison between him and Brendan. I would go with, I would hang out with Pauly Shore more than I would hang out with Brendan. I think.
Brendan Fraser, Academy Award winner. Pauly Shore, Razzie.
Yeah, but
nominee.
like a funny kind of like party guy, or just a guy that just looks like this all the time. You know, Brendan Fraser.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Pauly
he
Shore
just
was
seems like he'd be boring to hang out with.
Pauly Shore would probably have some good coke on him at all times.
Something. I mean, yeah,
Do
or take me to Estonia to see you guys. He might do that. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
What's vanity about? Is it about the word vanity in English, you know, it's probably translated the same way.
Yes.
You're probably using it as the English word, but a vanity is like almost like a desk or something with a mirror in front of it. Is it anything like that? Is that where
Well,
you're
it's
going?
more meant in that sense of not like as a vanity mirror or like that, but that's like the overall concept of the word vanity,
Okay.
as it's just people doing unnecessary things with their money and power for no real rhyme or reason. And
There's
it's
a lot
all
of that
about
going
just
on.
looking cool instead of being a useful part of the community in that sense.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a good way to look at stuff.
So,
Haven't thought
like,
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of like trying to help out people who are suffering around you, there are some people who are like still chasing that next, I don't know, Gucci bag or whatever.
Have you seen that new that Tesla boxy looking SUV truck looking thing? That Cybertruck. The Cybertruck. There's an idiot up the road that bought one of those. Like, it's kind of like people like that. They waste their money on that. I mean, that thing's expensive. Like, instead of like, there's a lot of other shit going on around here that could be,
Yeah.
you know.
Plus, it's a super unreliable car put together cheaply.
It's just to be that person that has that. I have
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't know. It's horrible. It looks ugly.
Yeah.
Impractical.
I mean, I saw it driving up the road, and I'm like, what? Oh, that's that stupid. Really? I'm gonna go. I just want to go find that guy and be like, "What are you doing?" You know, and just
I'm more than certain that all the people that got Cybertrucks were just completely
Dickless.
ripped
ridiculous.
off
They're,
totally.
they're probably dickless. Most
Dickless.
likely.
And most likely dickless. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all eunuchs. Most
Look
likely.
at my very small penis, is what they're saying. You know,
They have a cyber dick.
a cyber dick. Yeah, it's an AI dick, is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a listen to "Vanity" by Sociasylum, and this is badass. I'm gonna have to get up and mosh. I think wake myself up a little bit. Is that all right with you guys?
Absolutely. Go
Okay.
for it.
I'll try
Be
not
careful.
to destroy anything.
But be careful.
I'll try not to destroy anything.
Yeah. made up of men and women and children into a battle yard of split blood and split who lived and loved and dreamed of better things. Who dragged us out? Who sent us to kill, to lose what we love? There was to be no more war in their time or their children's time. Who is to blame? How many of you will never return to the camp? You must suffer his reward. Shout, men made man against man. But for those who taught them the business of death, did we want war? Who crippled their hearts with cruelty? Never. Isn't there an end? Never. No. Never shall there be pardon or pity. There is no end. No hope of a new birth. Under the weight of its own evil shall be put down its own life. Forever. Young men, the callow boys, who have been taught the knuckle duster and the rubber hose. You are young only once. You could have learned to love. You have learned to maim the weak.
Oh, that fires me up. That freaking fires me up. What a great song.
Actually,
great
for the propaganda cuts, I had to listen to 6 hours of Second and First World War propaganda videos to find out bits and pieces that I could cut out and use.
I was about to ask you what that was from.
It's uncopyrighted Second and First World War propaganda videos.
.com.
6 hours of that?
Yeah, to find like bits and pieces for like 15-second.
Oh man.
That's true artist work here.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do the research.
Yeah,
I did that too with. So the name Acute Mania came from electronic music that I used to do, that I'm starting back up again, and I'm releasing another song on Friday, and I'm using a lot of Alan Watts, and he's like a philosopher, or was a philosopher, like a Zen Buddhist philosopher, and so I've been listening to a lot of his speeches. And they're not 6 hours long, but they're long. And just to pick out the certain, like you're saying, pick out the certain parts that go together for what I'm trying to do. It's crazy how that works though. Yeah, it's a lot of listening to get a little bit of what you need.
yeah.
But
it's
yeah,
like if like previous our albums and everything, like for example our first EP that we ever did, our singer at the time was a very talented artist, like painter. But he wanted to write something special as far as the lyrics go, and he read tens of different books with very different perspectives and very dark books, very meaningful and everything, to write those lyrics. And those are really great lyrics that in the end he thought of, but he took so much inspiration. So imagine just you have to read so incredibly much just to have your own original thoughts. Just being guided by someone else as well, and it's pretty.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Pretty intense.
Yeah. I like that though. I like using using sound bites and things like that. I'm just kind of starting to do that. Just it adds to with electronic music. I don't do any vocalist stuff in it, so I wanted something to portray what I'm thinking with the music, and so I've been using a lot of that, but. There's a lot of it's about death and things like that, and reincarnation and his thoughts about that. So yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Just adds a certain element other than just sounds. So
100%.
Anyway, what do you guys have? What do you guys have coming up band wise? Do you have new music coming? In the near future or in the distant future? Are you going to tour with Rats Will Feast again soon?
Maybe. Who knows?
That's not impossible.
You need to come to the United States. Bring them to the United States with you. Come over here and.
We luckily live quite close to each other. It's just 5-hour drive, out of which 2 is on a ferry, so it's almost 3 hours to drive to them.
Yeah.
It's not that far, essentially.
Right.
And
But
it's
yeah,
a different country in that sense. Like,
and
yeah.
then you're suddenly in the middle of a completely different country.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But as
Which
of like
looks exactly the same,
plans and
but-
stuff, I guess I don't know. We have like 13 new songs written. I want to write a couple of more, and then we are slowly just working through new material.
Yeah.
Trying to write the best record of my life, maybe for the best record of other band members as well.
It's
Who
pretty
knows?
impossible. We had some pretty sick ass records, so I'm kidding.
There you go.
No, but it's with that's what our plan is, just to make do the right steps with this next one, because we have like everything is, the lineup is solid, everything is solid. We just need to get some other parts going for us a bit more as well, just in the sense of having like, I don't know, just overall better marketing done by ourselves and just getting the word more spread out there, maybe more videos, and like really kind of cerebrally approach this one, instead of just being like, oh, let's just do something and let it out and then see where it takes us. But this time maybe just try to make the better moves and maybe try to get a label. So otherwise it's been a DIY band forever, but it would be maybe nicer to get an indie label attached to us, so we could just play more shows in more different places and farther away. So
yeah, and there's I've noticed there's several, over the past 4 years of doing this, there's been several, labels, not just starting up out of nowhere, but just labels bouncing off of other labels and under the same kind of umbrella, if that makes sense. And picking up these bands and putting on tours, and some of them to the United States, some of them to a lot like Australia and things like that, and that's exciting that it's accessible like that. That it's not so difficult to get to a certain level. I mean, making it, I don't know, like there's so many different definitions of making it, and I don't even ask that question that often. But I'll ask you guys, since we're talking about that. What is your idea of making it? Like how people say, well, we made it, man. We made it, but make it to the big time or whatever. But for you guys, what would that be? Because it wouldn't even have to be that caliber of a band.
I mean, for me, it's easy. It's like to be able to go on tour for a month and be not worried about being able to afford a nightliner, and have a couple of 100 kids show up every night. That's it.
Yeah. It's like we wouldn't have to necessarily have to make like exceptionally amounts of money. It's just about like having at least a one-time experience of going on like a nightliner tour with a bigger band, like a really big band, and then just hanging around and just seeing how people are. Because for them, they wouldn't probably give a second fuck about what we're experiencing, but it wouldn't matter to us. It was just like being a part of that, and then just chilling with cool people, and then just playing great shows, and just showing that we can play some mean shows as well. And then if nothing else comes from that afterwards, we could be like, hey, we took it pretty far, we took it to a pretty good level, especially we're coming from Estonia. We weren't meant to be making it to any kind of level, but you could get to some level. Like already we're very thankful for all the experiences that we've had and all the places we played all around Europe. So it's pretty okay. We're trying actually another one. We're gonna try to go to Southeast Asia, like Philippines and Indonesia and Malaysia. It's very popular there, like this kind of music, and there's thousands and thousands of kids going to shows, and it's pretty insane. And not too many bands travel there, so it's kind of you can be pretty, do quite well for yourself there. You might not make a massive riches, but it's just like having the most insane shows you've ever seen. That would be like,
I want to bring you into this conversation too about making it. I don't think I asked you guys as Restful Feast when you guys were on the show, but what is your idea of that phrase for you personally? Do you think?
Was this for me?
Yes, I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh. Yeah, for I think it's really similar, because like I think this kind of music it's really hard to like live off of really like even the bands that we really admire, who play similar kind of music. Usually, that's not the only thing they do in life. I think like that kind of like Nightliner tour. I think we had this discussion on the tour that would be like that would be just the dream come true, and that would be like that's like the thing you aspire for. Yeah, not necessarily just be able to tour without like think that are we losing money doing this, and like are people gonna show up and stuff. Just having that.
Yeah, fear of the unknown, I guess, would be that. That's probably happens to a lot of bands too. When you're touring, are we going to make that money to get to that next city?
Yeah, that was kind
That's
of like
the big
on the tour. Like we had, I think a lot of the shows were like like depend on ticket sales, but like everything went really well in the end on the tour. But yeah, and then not sleeping on floors and getting to sleep on a nightliner would be amazing. It is like insanely hard in this kind of music to like, because even like the bands who like, I think for Sociasylum too, the bands who are like kind of the icons here in the like grand scheme of things, they're not insanely big bands. They're not like bands who are like they're of course famous in this music, but they're not like world's largest artists or anything. So
yeah. Well, you are worldwide though, because I'm gonna tell everybody in the United States that I know about you guys, and I've told everybody about Rats Feast just because it's not because I just like the music. It's just because it needs to be. It's good music, and it needs to be. People need to listen to it. I mean, there's so much good music out there, so many bands, yes, but like,
oh yeah,
don't listen to Malcolm Dumbass. Listen to Sociasylum. Like they are literally the real deal. Literally,
yeah,
literally the real deal. But no,
like
it's
Estonia.
I
Estonia
just go ahead.
Estonia has a really like interesting music scene, like heavy music wise. I think like we learned a lot of like cool bands and stuff from you guys. I think like you're really like in the like scene what happens in Estonia. Like just a couple weeks after the tour, we had like tons of Estonian bands come to our city. I guess Colin and was
other
bands.
in Hook, I guess.
Yeah, they were in our city, and it's funny because like I think on the last show of the tour, we were like discussing like, oh, should we like ask for this band to come here, and it's like, oh, this band is in our city now, and like Estonian bands are going places right now.
What would be? Is there any like famous Estonian musicians that I would know without googling it? Like if I just to ask you guys.
Do you know?
Neveski?
No, bro, no. Arvo Pärt, maybe.
Oh, that's right.
Who was it?
Yeah,
Arvo Pärt. He made like
Composer.
if you've seen the movie There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. So his song is featuring that in that movie, for example.
I had a band in was it Turkey or Hungary? One of the two, and I found out,
No.
I found out that that Rednecks guy from Cotton Eye Joe, that song, Cotton Eye Joe, Rednecks one, he was from there. Where was that at? I can't remember. I
probably from Hungary.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, but I couldn't believe that. I was like, seriously, that guy's from there? Like I thought he was just like from Alabama or something. Like, doesn't sound foreign at all. But
he'll put some hot tour on it.
Oh gosh, is that still going around? Like I mean, I'm surprised nobody said, "Hey, why have you made a clip of that yet?" Because I don't want to. Everybody else is doing it. Have you guys made anything?
No,
we don't really make memes, but
yeah, you should.
But, no,
hey, you gotta
we are.
marketing.
I mean, there are some bands that like to be silly and like to do jokes and.
No, I can see. I know Consta's not on here to defend himself, but I can see Consta doing something like this.
Oh, definitely. That is Consta. This is exactly what you should be doing.
Yeah. Consta, and hey, Consta, if you want to collaborate with this, I'll help you a little bit.
I think we had some like funny shit happen on tour, and I think like we were more free with posting dumb shit on our Instagram and stuff. But,
I do want to ask you that.
It is about like being professional, which we are not professional. But,
before we wrap up, give me is there anything? And I don't mean like somebody got hurt or anything, but is there anything that kind of went sour on the tour, like kind of went bad, that people you just didn't know how the outcome was going to come out. I mean, with any of you or with all of you. I mean, it could be as much as like 2 people came to the show, something like that. You know, is there anything like that was, or anything negative? I guess
We did lose 3 cymbal stands in Stockholm, and trying to get them, we spent I guess €200, and those
106. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and those cymbal stands are still somewhere in Sweden.
Lucas
You
probably
still didn't
has
get
them.
them back in
Lucas was
Finland,
there
right?
at that show. He probably has them. He probably took them home.
Yeah, they stole them. Yeah, it's only
Son of
they
a bitch.
return our stands.
But no, but we should like get them back at some point. But it's just like fuck Post Nord, like the post, like the Swedish
Yeah.
post company. Fuck them. Just But that was
Also-
like
For the record, right?
also, Joona was saying.
Also the amp, because me and Edward were both using his amp, which I don't know what happened with it. Like it just broke down, so I ended up using.
You blew up
Edward's,
his amp? Is that what you're saying? You blew up his amp?
Yeah, I blew up his amp, but it wasn't
Probably
me.
the preamp part.
Yeah,
but
it's just the preamp part. So
Ah,
I was
yeah.
using
Fucking
Edward's quad cortex for the entire tour, which was scary. I thank you again for letting me use your quad cortex, but that was really scary using this like fine piece of equipment, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things that came out of Finland very right. One of them is everything done by the company called Neural DSP,
Yeah.
and their
And Dark Glass.
and Dark Glass.
and Dark Class, yeah.
Yeah. And also another good thing that came out of Finland is ball wax.
Ball wax.
Ball wax? I'm a huge fan already. I don't even know what it is.
It's literally what it's called. It's wax for your balls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
it has
it sounds
different
like
oils and stuff.
it sounds like it's like wax made like off balls, but it's meant to be used on your balls, and
Yeah,
It's
I will
made-
look that up on Amazon later. I'm sure it's on there.
It's hella good. I
That's
heard.
hella
at
good.
least.
It's ballsy
make
for
them-
sure. You know?
It's oh, there you go. It's make a silky smooth.
What's the best thing that happened on that tour? The absolute best, and that it could be collective, it could be personally, it could be just by band. But what's the
The
best thing that
tour.
happened?
Tour, yeah.
Just the
Just
tour.
Overall, yeah, it was so good. It was so many different
I mean,
great parts.
Italy was amazing. The food was amazing. It was cheap as hell for us.
Oh shit! Like that one moment when we were sitting in Italy, it was our day off. We were in like some small little tourist
Yeah,
city.
Porto Santa Margarita was the town.
Say that
name.
again really slow. Really slow.
It was like a
There.
small town near Venice called Porto Santa Margarita. I don't know. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but
That's
I-
very
I
good. That's
think-
very
Yeah,
good.
the-
I think
like the-
somebody's
the- like
making a
the-
joke.
It
yeah, like
sounds
the
made up.
most like offensively
It does sound
Italian
made
sounding
up, yeah.
name, like something like Porto Santa Margarita. And it's like
Sounds like
literally
sounds like a pizzeria in New York City.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But
Did you have
yeah,
pizza when you were in Italy? Did you get some pizza or
Yeah.
some pasta or
oh,
something?
absolutely, yeah.
I went for
Yeah.
pasta.
Yeah, but
you
like
go.
what was Henry was saying about this
Yeah.
this town, like
No.
that was probably the favorite moment. Just you just go on, yeah.
Yeah. You tell it. You tell the story.
All right. Okay. But anyway, yeah, it was just like
Tell it how it was.
great food. One of the most fucking saltiest anchovies I've ever had in my mouth. Not that I've had too many, but it was like the pizza was just sublime. We had like pitchers of wine, and they were just standing there having a cigarette. Oof, just like it was such a moment. And I told the guys, like, we were having 2 separate tables though, but I told the guys, was like, hey, remember this night.
Yeah.
This is like the peak moment of the tour when like half of the tour is behind us, half yet to go, and it's just like super warm outside. Such a fucking amazing weather, and everyone's like enjoying themselves after a rough like day's ride,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was just like peak.
And then
peak.
afterwards we went to the like in the middle of the night we went to the beach, like, and it was like pitch black, it was like super dark, and then like in the background there was like an EDM party. And I think
Yes.
like we were
Of
like
course it
feeling like
was.
we were feeling like you were like kids, we went to the beach, and like I think like some of us like took their socks off and like ran into the ocean and stuff, and that was like a peak, that was like a core memory
So
from
into
the
the
from
music
the
and-
yeah.
Did you go to the concert?
Yeah, anyway, we went to like see the party. It was like Yeah, and there was like some issue, like we couldn't buy drinks there, so we went to like look
Oh,
for
fuck
another
that.
party.
Yeah, you
and-
got.
Yeah, we got drinks at a different party where the average age was like 70 something. And there was
There you go. Hey, where you fit in
accordion
better,
player.
right? It's where you fit in better. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
got a great song from there, go like
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
somebody had an
noted.
accordion going and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It was a
I,
wireless
I don't know
accordion.
if I can like speak for everybody, but like I just like the overall like atmosphere, like, and just like the group we had, because our band, we met like Henry before, we met Edward like a couple of times, but we didn't like really know the rest of the guys, and like going on like 3 weeks and like 24/7 being like, you know, in the same group was kind of like, you know, how's it gonna go? But like, man, just like we had so much fun, like even the stressful and really like the moments that there could have been like some conflicts, like we didn't have any really. It was just, you know, really fun from the start.
Yeah.
And yeah, until the end.
It sounds like the perfect tour.
It was.
I mean,
You'll
luckily
be able to,
for us, we are all like in the Nordic hemisphere, so we are rather calm. And when we're fed up, we block everyone out and we just like pretend we are alone.
You kind of,
your
yeah,
time.
you kind of go be by yourself if you're feeling like a bit, you know, shit, then you just keep a distance instead of being like,
Yeah.
you know, we did give each other some shit from time to time, but it wasn't like, it's mostly just giving shit. But it's just like, it's
Petty,
not much
yeah,
about,
petty stuff.
Yeah, it was
not
like
about like,
constructive shit.
Yeah.
it's not about like trying to make someone, you know, bullying someone on a tour, because that would be
Yeah.
fucked up, you know. You can't escape anywhere and someone's like constantly making fun of you. Then it's like, you would have to intervene on the tour and be like, yo, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
You're a tour bully.
Who smelled the worst? Who smelled the worst in the van? Who farted the most and who smelled the worst? Who was the most annoying smelling person? Call them out right now.
My feet were pretty bad from time to time, but
Yeah.
we did bring
Somebody took their shoes off in the car multiple times. I can't remember who, but it was like against the
I'm pretty
Geneva
sure it was
Convention.
me. I'm pretty sure that was
Yeah.
me.
It was like chemical weaponry.
but-
It was awful.
When we played in Bratislava, I guess, in front of the garages.
Yeah.
After the show, one of the organizers came with us in our van, and he was like, "Oh, it smells good, actually."
Hey,
Yeah.
that's because we cleaned and we showered. You know.
Yeah. And we had the thing you spray on your feet to like make them smell.
Yeah,
like-
feet
yeah,
deodorant. Yeah.
Yeah, that did,
deodorant,
like
yeah.
that was like all the difference, I think.
Yeah, I've used that stuff before. My feet used to stink. They're good now, I think. I don't know. To me, they are. I mean, I don't smell them.
We can't smell it from here, but yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome. Consta replied to the meme idea. He said he's taking notes as we speak, so we'll talk about that thing. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not a good actor. You know, I don't act. I act like a fool, but that's about it.
Well, that's acting.
yeah. You know, but
Be yourself.
It's like a DMX song or something.
I think it is. Yeah, or some kind of rapper of some. Yeah, act a fool. Maybe we'll do that, Constant. Instead of the Hawk Tub crap, we'll just we'll do a rap song. And we'll do it in the whitest way. We'll do like the whitest rap song ever.
Oh, there is the whitest song ever. Some 60-year-old church group.
Oh, that
made-
sounds really white.
They're like Catholic rap or something.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
Latter-day
man.
Saints
Oh.
rap. It's pretty out there.
Yeah, I'd say so. No, me and Constant, we'll work something up, and we'll surprise you with it. I'll get a hold of you, Constant. We'll do this crap. This is the first show of the day. I usually don't ever say that because it's usually just one show. The most shows I've done in a week is 3, which was I can do that, you know, because it's different days, you know. So that's easy, but you know. But this evening, probably when you guys are in bed, at 7 p.m. Eastern, I have a band called Swallowtail, and it's completely different genre than you guys. It's completely different than metal or rock or anything. It's kind of like it's got a hint of bluegrass in it. It's got a hint of country, I guess, a little bit. It's just completely different. It's going to be a cool show though. I don't normally have, you know, I usually just have metal bands or rock bands on, you know. been the trend of it. But I welcome everybody to be on. I've had magicians on the show. Just anybody that's creative is welcome to be on. I would like to have a producer or somebody from a record label on at some point, but it just hasn't happened yet. But it'll happen, I'm sure. But Swallowtail will be on from Washington State, and we get to mark off Washington State. I'm trying to at least do all 50 states. Now, every country in the world is going to be very difficult. I think there's like 90-something of them. Isn't there like 96 or 7 countries, maybe more
than 90, I think.
Yeah,
I think there's around like 180 or something. But
depends.
it's close.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but I mean, the continents would probably be a better option. But the problem with that is, I don't think there's anybody living in Antarctica, is there? Like all the time, especially playing music or doing anything creative other than staying warm.
Metallica played there.
Metallica played on it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like from there, like from. Yeah, I just don't.
I guess
there's got to be somebody.
You could teach a penguin to play instruments, maybe, and have penguins form a punk band. Because
maybe that's what I need Consta for, to help me with research for.
Oh shit! Raise your own penguin punk band. Shit.
That'd be penguin.
The penguin punk. It's penguin punk. That's a genre, right? A punk. Penguin punk.
You just fucking.
Yeah. You can't dance. You can't move your arms or anything. You just got to go like this. Yeah. That's hilarious. Well, we'll see. But yeah, I'm about 16 states away from doing all 50 of the United States. I think that's a pretty good goal. I don't really care about geographic goals. It's about the guests and who I meet and meeting you guys and knowing you guys now. Come back to the show. Come back on, especially with new material or anytime you want to. If you just want to just be on the show just because it's fun, right?
Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there any chance we can get the shy guy to come in and wave to the camera?
Oh no, he already left.
Yeah,
he was like.
Son of a... All right. Well, next time you guys are on, the other guys you can take a break. The other guys have to be on. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't force them.
Now, if they don't talk though, I don't know how good of a show that would be because you just have to listen to me the entire time, and I don't want to do that. So.
No, I mean they do talk. It's just like.
They would have fun with this. They would have fun.
If there's an option not to talk, they will.
They will not. They will use that.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it. We'll try to get them. Maybe for like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Something. Or at least have them sit in the room with you. They don't have to say anything. That'd be fun.
I can be in the background, like looking like behind you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on. It's been a pleasure having Estonia be represented on the show. That's huge for me, and it was fun learning about. There's still things I got to look up. Was it the old world? Is that what the neighborhood is, or the area?
That's the continent, but the whole town.
Oh, the whole. Well, the town. Yeah.
Yeah. But in Old Town, the
old world. Yeah, that's like freaking Italy or something, right?
Danish King's Garden.
That's right. Yeah. I do got to look at that one up. Okay.
You can also look up Üllar Jõrbek Kutse tantsule.
Oh, that's amazing. That's an amazing song.
You're going to have to write that one down. I don't know what it was. What? Oh, before we go, okay, so I should have practiced this, because you remember in May when you guys were on, Ruben was teaching me how to say something in Finnish, and I didn't practice it yet. I'll practice it eventually. But he taught me to say it burns when I pee in Finnish.
So it was like something super. It hurts when
it burns when I pee.
I can't remember what it was. I think that I'll
think
say
it in Finnish.
Oh no, he said it in a weird way.
He said
the
it the
Estonian one first. I think you have to learn.
But yeah, so basically, teach me to say any phrase in I guess you can do it in Estonian or Russian, I guess, or whatever you want to teach me, whatever language you want to teach me.
Henrik can teach us in Finnish too, actually.
Yeah.
Klonkun kulirepu.
Klonkun kulirepu. Yeah.
That's
what?
a good one.
Or katso merda.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening right now. What's happening?
Okay, so katso merda is to look at the sea in Finnish, but it's in Italian. It's like shit, fuck, or dick, or something.
Seriously? Okay, that's a good one. All right. How do I say it now?
Katso merda.
Merita. Katso merita?
Yeah,
Yes.
That gets you laps in Italy, but do an Estonian one. I think would be better.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know Estonian.
Yeah,
No,
Cox
no,
Days,
they're
you can go with the 12 months. That's a classic.
All-time classic.
It's an all-time classic, and it sounds a little bit like this. Cox Days good.
What? Cock state? Cock what? I heard cock. I heard cock for sure.
Cox taste good. Cox taste good.
Good.
12 months.
Oh, cocks taste good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Seriously? What does that
Yes.
mean now? What does it mean?
Literally 12 months.
Okay. So like a year kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocks.
But if it's
Cocks.
like 12
Cocks
months.
taste good. That's how you say it.
Yeah,
Wow.
a little less Americanized, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
But
cocks.
it's very
Cocks
close to
taste
it,
good. Cocks.
Yeah.
Cocks taste good.
But yeah,
I mean,
people come to Estonia and they'd be like, "Yeah, could you save 12 months?" And I'm like, "I'll fucking kill you." And they'd be like, "Oh, sorry." But it's,
That'd be the very first thing. As soon as I get off the plane, that's the first thing I'm going to say.
yeah, content good, content good. And it's like,
Yeah.
excuse me, we landed in New York. It's like, oh no, fuck.
That's hilarious. So it's kind of is it just one language that for that phrase that sounds like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, just one,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just Estonian.
Just
can,
you
you can-
Estonians, you Estonians are hilarious.
Yeah, that's what we are.
That's what we
Sometimes sad, sometimes funny. Yes.
are. Well, that's all right. Well, that one's easy to remember. I'll definitely. I mean, for some people, well, not like that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Cocks taste good. Hey, Dad, I learned some Estonian today. You want to know what I learned? I'm gonna call him here in a second. Tell him that. Hey, Dad, cocks taste good. And then he'll be like, "What?" I'm like, "Cocks taste good." Just say it real fast. You have to say it fast because you know
Yeah. Cox taste good.
Yeah, makes sense.
that's hilarious. Well, okay. So in a year from now, I'm going to send you a message on Instagram and just put "cocks taste good" because I don't know how to spell it in in Estonian. So.
Just
Constant,
put it
I'm sure
Google
Constant knows
Translate.
that phrase, right?
We will understand.
Yeah, I know you will. Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, you'll be
I mean,
back
there's
in the
one
show.
band that
in,
I
like,
just there's one
you'll be
band that
back
I
in the
just
show in,
send
like,
them.
oh, fuck.
No, go ahead.
You'll be back,
We're talking over each other.
No,
Mosh
you'll be
pit time, mosh
back in the show in like 5 years. I'm like, oh, remember like when I said Cox Day is good, and you're like, whoa, what's going on?
What? Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
Oh, that was something in Estonia. Like, no, it isn't. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, they really do. It goes with the ball wax, right? Huh? Ball wax. The bottle wax. See, I no, I probably can't do it. I'm too American, right? Too American to speak to even speak. I don't know. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Oh, okay. Constant put something in the chat, and Joona, you might need to get in there and see what he put.
I remember the Finnish one. I think might be.
Maybe that's what he put in there.
Oh, he's just writing some Estonia. But the one that Ruben told you was Kustassa kirvelee, like kirvelee kustassa. That was the it hurts.
Yeah, I got to practice that one. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that would be easier for the Estonian ones. But Constance just wrote in the chat that kolme turakalts.
What's
the
that one?
Estonian ones.
Kolme turakat. What?
Yeah, like.
Kolme
Kullerevu. Yeah.
Yes.
What does that one mean?
Henry speaks really good Finnish, and he mostly asked questions from the Finnish people on the tour about you want to go explain this one?
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
Just just
He
various
doesn't want to.
various things you can say in the Finnish language. Like I mostly need more like good grammar, but instead I chose to opt for more something funny.
Yeah.
So klonkun kulirepu or kolumi turakalts means the cock rag of Gollum from the Lord of the Rings.
You know what he wears in the.
Fuck rag.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes, because he has been wearing it for like hundreds and hundreds of years. So imagine
Yeah.
how that motherfucker must stick. Like, and it would be like, would you rather go on tour and be super broke or sniff Gollum's cock rag for like 2 minutes? or
That's
something
true.
like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta weigh
Every
your
single
options.
car ride, there was like a moment somewhere that Henry's like, "Oh, would you rather?" And like, no, that's good.
No.
And then I think
That-
like 'cause he was speaking that in Finnish, and then like maybe the second to last day of the tour, their bass player Taavi asked me like, "What does this thing mean actually in Finnish?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's called Gollum's cock rag." And I was like, "Oh right, okay, yeah."
Yeah, it
Like
makes
it was like,
sense.
"Oh, it's
Yeah.
of course."
Oh, that's so funny.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Of course, Constance would put that in the chat. Now it's sealed. It's sealed into the chat from the Sociasylum show. I love it.
Excellent.
Well, thank you guys again for
Taking
being
the high
on.
notes.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. Come back. We'll do it again, and we'll talk cock rags and ball wax and how good the cocks taste, and Joona come back and co-host with me again. Are you open to co-host with me again with some weird band in some weird band in like I don't know, Kenya? I don't know. If I can find one.
Really interesting.
I don't know. But
Can you do it?
yeah, can you feel it? You know, I don't know. yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. All right, I will be back on later. If you didn't get enough in this show, I will be back on at 7 p.m. in a little bit of a calmer tone because it's just it's calmer music, but it's really good. And it's Swallowtail from up near like the Cascades. They're like 4 hours from Seattle is where they live, but in the middle of the mountains and just, you know, in the wilderness, I guess. Swallowtail will be on from Washington State at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then at the end of July 27th, which is next Saturday, I think, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I will be having a special show celebrating 4 years of this show. So we'll have you guys are more than welcome to join if you would like. I can send you a link. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's a little bit late for you guys, I think, but I try to have it earlier in the day, so that way, you know, anybody from overseas that wants to join in, they can. But basically, it's just a show with previous guests. Probably the whole Zoom screen will be filled up with previous guests, and we just kind of hang out. And there'll be some people here with me here in person, and probably be playing something live. I don't know if I'm going to be playing something or if somebody else is, or all of us together. We'll do something like that, I'm sure. And then, just be like a little hangout night or evening for a show celebrating 4 years of you guys. Because it's celebrating 4 years of the guests because, you know, show wouldn't be a show without a guest, you know. So that's July 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to join that, let me know. I can send you the login for that. But yeah, that's all I have. Do you guys have anything locally that people watching that are from around you guys? Do you have any shows coming up that they could come and see you play?
No.
Okay.
We're just taking it easy for a while with the shows. We're just if someone offers us something, then it's always possible to see on Instagram or Facebook, wherever. But overall, we're taking the time to just focus on the new material, and that's about that. Yeah. Yes.
I look forward to hearing
Enjoy the summer.
the new stuff for sure.
Yeah, enjoying the summer. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Until it starts to rain and snow, and then it's
Yeah, that's completely ass.
Hey, you know, give me an update on Rats Will Feast. Even though I already heard from you for this year, I feel like I don't want to. I feel like I bother you guys because I constantly ask, "What are you guys doing? Can you live stream something so I can see?" You know, like. But I love the music. You know, it's you guys are my friends, and you know, what do you guys have coming up? Anything new than we talked about in May?
Writing new material. We have a show on the weekend in Helsinki.
That's right.
Couple of shows coming up after that in Tampere and in Finland. All the shows in Finland. I think we have like a couple of shows coming for the fall. But yeah, this weekend in Helsinki is a
Nice.
bigger show with Cryptic Hatred and Kuvatus.
Cryptic Hatred.
Yeah, it's Finnish.
That doesn't sound
it's a
brutal at all.
Great band.
Cryptic Hatred.
Yeah.
Hey, I just got these. I just got a new merch order in. I got a whole stack of stickers. I still need to send some over to you guys. I think in Finland. But if you guys would like to send me your snail mail address, I will ship you some stickers over for sure.
Yeah. We'll send you a shirt.
They look like this. I don't really like them. I tried to get bigger ones this time, and they still came out smaller. But it's okay. It'll be fine. And I'll probably do a reorder of these. But you guys have any tattoos? I think I see some on your arm there. But these are the temporary tattoos. I'm going to get probably more of these made of the logo. So I'll send them over to you. I have a few left. I can save and send over to you. So that way, just put it on your forehead when you play a show.
like
It's
a
really good
temporary
advertising.
face tattoo.
Exactly. Yes.
Like a full Mike Tyson.
yeah.
Yes.
Just for a day. Just for a day.
Just for a day.
You get all the
Well,
good.
Actually,
benefits of
these things last. I mean, even through like a shower and stuff, it'll last you a good 4 days. It'll stay on, and then you just start rubbing it off, and then it gets really cool to just sit there and rub your arm. And okay, Maybe that's just me. Ball wax, right? All right, Consta, thanks for chatting. He's the only one that chatted today. But like I said, as people watch it, they comment and hit subscribe. Damn it, I'm at let's see, where am I at now? I think 540 before we started the show. So that's awesome. I'd like to get to 600 before the end of the month, but it took forever to get to 500. So it's okay. I'm not in it for the numbers. I'm in it to meet cool people like you guys. So playing us out of the show is a band I can't remember where they're from. I have to look it up again, but they're kind of new to me. They're called Deep Fake, and the song's called Whistleblower. So yeah, wait, is that what? Yeah, Whistleblower. Okay. All right. I don't know what I'm. Why is it? Okay. Sorry. I'm working off of one monitor, so like I'm not able to, it's all on one screen, so it looks like I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's just the first show of the day. I still have another one. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and it was fantastic talking to you, Joona. Thank you for co-hosting. We'll do it again. And you guys come on the show whenever you want to. You have VIP treatment at this point. Anytime you guys want, we'll do it.
Nice. Nice.
Even if it's middle of the night, we'll do it. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Here is Deep Fake with Whistleblower, and I will see everybody else at 7 p.m. Eastern with Swallowtail from Washington State. Have a nice day, evening, night, afternoon, morning, whatever it is in your part of the world.